If your home didn't sell and you're still not fully sure why, this is exactly what you need to hear before you relist. There's usually this quiet feeling that something might feel off. Not terrible, not a disaster, just not right. The photos didn't feel strong enough, the price never fully made sense, the activity slowed, and no one explained why. That's frustrating because you did what sellers are told to do. You hired an agent, you listened, you trusted the process. So if you're sitting there wondering, was it my house? Did I miss something? Hear this clearly. It usually isn't the home, it's the strategy. And we're seeing this a lot in Las Vegas right now. Listings usually don't fail in a dramatic way, they fade. And you feel it happening before anyone says it. Showing slow down, feedback gets vague, updates start sounding softer. And as a seller, you're left trying to read between the lines. You start to wonder if buyers see something wrong with your home that you don't. You start second-guessing decisions that you already made. You start carrying the weight of a result that you fully don't understand. Most homes don't expire because of one big mistake. They expire because small things add up. A price that was just a little optimistic, marketing that didn't create urgency, a launch that didn't demand attention, nothing dramatic, just unmanaged. A lot of sellers tell us later, I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't want to be difficult. And maybe that was you. You noticed the photos weren't as strong as they could be. You aimed for a high price, and the agent just nodded along instead of guiding you. You felt the momentum slipping away, but you didn't want to push. You stayed quiet because you assumed that the agent knew better. But here's the truth. You weren't actually being difficult, you were picking up on something. You weren't wrong, you just didn't have the level of guidance that you needed. Most agents are trained to keep things comfortable, to agree and to avoid tension. But comfort doesn't sell homes, clear direction does. After a home doesn't sell, most sellers do what feels logical. They change the agent, but they don't change the strategy. Same pricing logic, same photos, same positioning. Because no one explains this part. Buyers don't reset emotionally just because a listing does. They remember your home. They've already formed an opinion, and they've already ranked it. So relisting the same way doesn't make your home feel new. It makes it feel unfinished. For a relaunch to work, it has to feel intentional. Not hopeful, not recycled, just different. Pricing is where guidance matters most. And it's also where most agents step back. They ask what you want. They soften the conversation. They try to keep things comfortable. But the market doesn't respond to comfort. It responds to positioning. Strong pricing is about going low. It's about being positioned correctly from the start. Your price should make buyers pause, lean in, and reconsider, not scroll past. As a seller, you don't need agreement, you need clarity. Marketing isn't just how your home looks, it's how your home is experienced. Better photography, stronger presentation, a clearer story, and a launch that feels deliberate. Homes that sell after being relisted aren't reposted, they're repositioned. And your home doesn't need another chance, it just needs a better introduction. When Justin and I sit down with sellers after a home didn't sell, our role isn't to agree with everything. It's to bring clarity to the situation. We explain what happened, we show what needs to change, and we guide the process in a way that keeps things moving forward. Because selling a home is emotional for all of us, and having a clear strategy helps take the stress off your shoulders and ensures you're making well-guided decisions. But we understand that this is for you, and this is where a lot of sellers have a decision to make. Do you just try again, or do you actually change the outcome? Because those two are very different approaches. Trying again usually looks like a small adjustment, a slight price change, maybe a few new photos, or a different agent saying the similar things. But changing the outcome means looking at the situation honestly. What actually held the home back? Where did the positioning fall short? What did buyers see that you weren't shown? Because buyers always tell the truth, not through words, but through behavior. If they're not scheduling showings, there is a reason. If they're walking through, not making offers, there's a reason. If feedback feels vague, That usually means the real issue isn't being addressed directly. And that's why clarity matters so much more than before you relist. If you relaunch without fixing the core issue, you don't just risk the same result. You usually make it harder for the second time. Your home has already been seen. It's already been judged. So when it comes back on the market, buyers are looking at it through a different lens, more cautious, more critical, which means your relaunch has to be stronger, not just newer. And when it's done right, you can feel the difference almost immediately. More activity, more interest, more serious buyers walking through your door. Now the home has aligned with how buyers actually make decisions. And that's really what this comes down to. Not starting over, but repositioning correctly. So the home finally connects with the market the way it was supposed to the first time. If your home didn't sell and you're rethinking about listing it, don't rush into it. Get clarity first. Sometimes it's not a complete overhaul. It's a few key adjustments that change everything. Even a short conversation can shift how you approach this second time around. If you want a real second opinion, Justin and I are here for that. If you're planning a move or thinking about selling a home in Las Vegas or the Henderson area, our contact information is below. And if you want to stay dialed into this market, we share real-time updates, home tours of real estate properties, and new builds, and insights to help you make better decisions whether you're buying or selling. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.